It's throwback week here at footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bring you a Week 8 NFL preview between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. Now let's look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Buccaneers.
When I look at the Buccaneers offense versus the Vikings defense in this matchup, I look at how they can attack, and I think the tight end play is going to have to be vital versus this Vikings defense. I'm talking about Luke Stocker, Dallas Clark. Those guys have to be involved, not only in the running game as far as blocking is concerned and getting the edge, but also in the passing game, widening out that cover 2 defense and attacking the seams. I think that's where they can have some success. But let's go inside the lab and look at the defensive side of the football and how the Bucs' Rondé Barber can have a huge impact on this ball game.
The best way to confuse a young quarterback is by giving him a different pre-snap look than a post-snap look. So we're going to have the Bucs utilize a cover 2 look, but at the snap of the ball, shift to a cover 3 while blitzing the free safety. Rondé Barber is one of the best blitzing corners, now safety, in the league, future Hall of Famer. We're going to show you how we can confuse Christian Ponder into getting a turnover or getting a sack, getting pressure on the Vikings offense, because once a quarterback sees a pre-snap read, he instantly thinks, okay, this is where I'm going to go with the football. We see cover 2. I know I can go to the slants. I know I can go to a streak, but really it's cover 3, and it's all about confusing the young quarterback. You see right here, we're going to have the strong side backer drop to his curl out responsibilities. The Mike backer is dropping to his curl out his hook to curl responsibilities. And the reason why we're having him drop this way, we'll show you in a second. Curl out responsibilities by the weak side backer, deep third on the corners, and the strong safety is going to drop to his deep third responsibility. So now you have cover 3. So how can we get pressure with the free safety? Here is how we're going to do it. The defensive end, his outside rush lane. This defensive tackle shows pressure but drops to the hook to curl. That's the zone blitz of it. We're going to have this guy come around in this gap, ends here, and guess what? Here's a free safety coming around. Bang, attacking that gap. So now Christian Ponder will hesitate, hold that football on, and either get sacked or throw it right here or here, for which could possibly be an interception.
Now let's move over to the Minnesota Vikings in this ball game. And as with any offense you face, you want to make it one-dimensional. But the Vikings really have to make the Bucs one-dimensional because of where the strengths and advantages lie. So linebackers Jasper Brinkley, Chad Greenway have to stop the run. So guys like Jared Allen and Brian Roberson can get after those shaky Buccaneer offensive tackles so that we can get pressure on Josh Freeman, and guys like Harrison Smith being a force in the alley in the running game department. But let's go inside the lab and look at this Vikings offense and how they could simplify the reads for Christian Ponder.
Christian Ponder has to get back to protecting the football, and the one way the Vikings can do that in the passing game is by giving him simplified reads. And we're going to look at the Z cross and how he can run that out of different formations, simplifying his reads and thus increasing his effectiveness in the passing game. The Z cross is basically your Z wide receiver crossing across the formation. Why I like this play is due to the fact that it gives the quarterback 3 windows to throw the football to. The receiver can be open here, he can be open here, he can be open here. And any formation you're in, you can utilize this concept. The key about calling plays is having the same play out of different formations, giving the defense the illusion that you're calling different plays, but really you're calling the same play out of different formations. It's that simple. So right here, here's your basic Z cross. The Z is coming across the formation right there. Tight end is going to work up, settle down right there on a hook route. You got the back releasing in the flat. Why? It puts this backer at a disadvantage. He's going to have to make a decision. Either he's going to buzz to the flat, either he's going to push down and squeeze this crossing route, or he's going to settle underneath this hook route, thus giving the quarterback easy reads. 1, 2, 3. This is your first read, the Z cross right here. Then you're going to read the back to the tight end. And also on the backside, you have your guy running your skinny post just to clear out and occupy that free safety. So you look out the spread formation, how he can operate this play. This is your hot read. So either you're going to have this guy run a quick out, or if it's zone, you're going to have him push up this way. But this is same principles apply. Hook, cross, flat. And that's how you read it. Cross, hook, flat. Cross, hook, flat. And that's how you can simplify the reads for Christian Ponder and keep him effective. Because if all else fails, he still has the ability to take off and run and get the cheap 3 or 4 yards.
I look at Rondé Barber as the X factor for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because of his ball hawking ways and influencing a young quarterback in Christian Ponder. Now I look at Bill Musgrave, the offensive coordinator for the Vikings, trying to influence the influencer in Rondé Barber, creating different offensive plays to get him going in the opposite direction. Now let's look at the personnel breakdown in this ball game, and I think this is an even matchup top to bottom. I give the Bucs the advantage at the receiver position because of the depth, and I want to give a check to the Vikings at the defensive back position because those guys have been playing some sound football this season. I like the Bucs in this ball game. One, I can trust their passing attack, but most importantly, their defense can stop the run. That's going to put the Vikings in second and long, third and long situations, which will force Ponder to make some questionable decisions with the football, and which Rondé Barber will probably come away with the interception. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Buccaneer fan forums and Viking fan forums for always showing football game plan support.